It's a transitional time for the club. When I watch them play, I want to get on there with them. If I was advising the board, I'd say, right, we bought these youngsters, spent a lot of money on them, they're all getting better. Why don't we sprinkle some good quality, experienced players into the group? It's exciting to be an England fan at the moment. We've got the tools to go for it a little bit more. It's all there. It's all there for us. I'm so excited. I think the boys can do it.
So, Joe Cole, is it fair to say that you're a Soccer Aid veteran now? How does it feel to be back amongst it?
It's great. It's great fun. Like I was saying earlier, it's one of them things where it's a win-win for everyone. You're raising money for a fantastic cause, which is helping people around the world. And the fans, they absolutely love it. The kids love it. The people tune in as a family and sit there and watch it, and we all love doing it. So it's one of them things which we need a lot more in the world. Where there's something for everyone. Everyone's getting something out. It's a win-win situation.
Once again, there's going to be some big celebrity names there, but over the ones you've done, who out of the celebrities has impressed you the most?
There's been some good players. There's been some good players. Noah Beck, the American boy, he was fantastic. I mean, he was probably the best one I've seen. Tom Grennan's a good player. Man, I don't want to sort of pick anyone out and leave anyone off. Tom Grennan's a good footballer. He's aggressive.
And which of the celebrities that you've played with need a bit of work?
Listen, everyone's. I don't want to criticise anyone because we're all doing it for the right reason. And some of them are like Tom Grennan. He was a footballer he played, and some of the lads didn't play, So I wouldn't want to dig anyone out, but I love watching Lee Mack play. I love watching him play. Outstanding footballer, and what a man! Like he said, he wasn't really like a, he's in his 50s, isn't he? He's just. He gets fit and he comes and he's brilliant to have around the place. Do you know what? When you're on the pitch, sometimes it's surreal. You're looking over and there's like Clarence Seedorf, and then there's like, Max and Paddy, and like, do you know what I mean? There's like, Usain Bolt's over there. It's a surreal experience to be involved in. It is.
And this year the game's at Stamford Bridge, a place where you, of course, made plenty of memories as a player. Is it nice to be stepping back out there?
It's great. It's great. It really is. Do you know what though? What I would say is, once you're on that pitch and you're playing, you only want to win. So, I mean, I've not won yet, which is bugging me massively. So I'm like, we need to win. We need to win this year. We need to be on it. But it is nice to go back to Stamford Bridge and get on that pitch again. So many memories all over the place.
You mentioned that you want to win so badly. Do you have moments where you think, I need to hold back a bit here? The ex-pro in you kind of kicks in.
It's a funny thing like to manage, right? Because you're playing. When you play a professional game, you get a set role and you do it, and you get used to it, rhythmic. But like, obviously, you get thrown together. Some ex-players, some players who've never played the game, some decent sort of level celebrities, and you all come together and you've got to try and become a team. So it ends up. It doesn't feel like a. It's not like a game. You don't have the same emotions and of a real game, and you don't have the same. The passes might not be. The passes are always different. Like when you get the ball in a game, right, I've got that pass there, I've got that pass there. I've got to receive it here on the back foot. Sometimes you get it and it'll be just chaos, and you'll be like, okay, and then you have to think on your feet, and obviously we're all not as fast as we used to be, so that can be difficult as well. But it's fun. It's just fun.
And in terms of Chelsea themselves at the moment, what are you making of their season?
It's a transitional time for the club. We know that there's the young players, and watching them develop. When I watch them play, I want to get on there with them. Do you know what I mean? And help them, because there's so much talent there. There's so much potential. And I think Poch has done a great job, because he's constantly drilling that narrative. You can't look at this team like you would look at Chelsea teams of the past. This is a team that's developing. They need to. The targets are different. I want to get on there and get them up to try and help. You know what I mean? Do
you think it's something Chelsea might be missing, is a couple of those experienced heads on the field, just to help those young lads out?
I think it would help. If I was advising the board, I'd say, right, we bought these youngsters, spent a lot of money on them, they're all getting better. great, we're improvement, but I think why don't we sprinkle some good quality, experienced players into the group over the next few years, you know, and let them, they don't have to play every game, but they can help, they can come in and out, and they can, you know, set standards and things like that within the group. I think that would help the club as a whole, but you know, we'll see where this journey goes with them.
And you think Pochettino is the right man with that journey and taking his players forward?
Yeah. Poch is a top manager. You know, Potter was a top manager. Frank was a top manager. Tuchel was a top manager. I think you need time, and they need to work with what they've got. And like I said, I think maybe, you know, I'd be looking to bring in some experienced players who set the tone. You know, I'm thinking like, you know, is Luka Modric out of does he want to come and play in the Premier League for one more year? He's still doing bits at Real Madrid, and they you know, but how much has he helped Camavinga, Tuchumani, Valverde? He would have helped that, you know, he would have had such an influence on them as players. Toni Kroos is 34, you know, but does he want to test himself at his age, coming over here and helping out this young squad? They're just names I've thrown off the top of my head. I don't know their situation.
And you're here in your England shirt, number 10, looking fantastic. It's a big summer for the England men's team as well. The Euros on the way. How do you fancy their chances this summer?
I think they'll do fantastically well, and I think there's probably a handful of teams that can win it, and we're one of them. It's exciting to be an England fan at the moment. We've got so much young talent. Teams are looking envious at us, you know, with the abundance of talent that we've got. So I just think we need to. I think there'll be a moment in the tournament, and I think we're going to have to be brave and we're going to have to be bold. Lean on all the experience that them players have now got, and come through. I look at it, and I look at the Argentinian team that won the World Cup. I think they had that moment against Holland. Think of all of the demons that would have been going through that. Not so much the group of players, but some of them, like Messi's of this world, where they've lost finals before. They've been ahead in games and got pulled back, you know. But in the way that they stood up as a group together, and it was ugly. It was you know, there was a little bit of, they had to get a little bit of street football in there. There was a bit of devilment. They'll deal with the Dutch antagonising them. There'll be a moment like that in the tournament, and I would like to see. I think we've got the characters to deal with it.
When you say be bold as well, sometimes Gareth Southgate's been criticised for maybe being a bit negative in those situations. Is that kind of what you're getting at? You want to see England go for it and attack games more with their
people say go for it. You have to balance it. You always have to balance it up. You know, we've got the tools to go for it a little bit more. We certainly have. But Gareth always needs to be balanced. That, you know, the back door always has to be shut. But what I mean by bold and brave and that is it'll be, you know, 60, 70 minutes. We're 1-0 down. You know, maybe we're not playing well. You know, who's going to be the player who's going to go and get on the ball? But I think this group of players have got that. I think the characters are there. You know, right the way through the spine of the team. Experienced players now. Pickford, Harry Maguire, John Stones, Declan Rice, Jude Bellingham. He's a freak of nature. So I don't class him as a young player. He's an experienced player. I don't know how he's got his experience. It's like he's been here before. You know, he's from a previous life. He must have been a top player as well. But Harry Kane. So it's all there. It's all there for us. You know, I'm so excited. You can see in the way I'm speaking about it. And I think the boys can do it.